Do you remember when they told you that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction? It wasn't true. It was bad intel. It has now been more than 2 decades since Secretary of State Colin Powell briefed the United Nations on America's case
for preemptive war on Iraq.
These are not assumptions. What we're giving you are facts and conclusions based on solid intelligence, he declared.
They're saying that he did not mislead you intentionally. He really didn't know.
So how did the intelligence community figure out that Saddam had weapons of mass destruction and get it so wrong? They were wrong. The scandal was huge, is huge. Last night there was an entire TV show about it. Since I've been explaining this for years, you can even go and watch my video on how Saddam had Anunnaki artifacts. And in fact, the first places that were raided were museums. The weapons of mass destruction excuse was never real. Let's talk about it. And there's more. The treachery didn't stop there. Valerie Plame was a CIA agent undercover, and her name was outed by the same people
that were giving this bad intel
to Bush and the administration. Now, did they make it up? We don't know. Was it real bad intel? Yes, it was. That we know for sure. And it started from the UK. When Bush was announcing to the world that Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction and we had to start this war, they said that it was good intelligence, spot on from the UK, because UK intelligence said that they knew for a fact that Saddam Hussein had these weapons of mass destruction. But there was no proof, and no one double-checked on the intel. The intel ended up being bad. Bush started a war that wasn't necessary. Here's why I say, if you're looking for weapons of mass destruction, why was the first place they raided the museums? Artifacts, there was Anunnaki technology down there. There was a Stargate.
There were tablets explaining
the pyramids produced energy and how the obelisks were all wireless energy connectors. The stuff that they retrieved was insane. But you know what they didn't retrieve? Weapons of mass destruction. Because it was bad intel. Bush started this war for nothing. Or to better say, for his agenda to get these artifacts. Because let's be clear, that's the only thing that they took. And Saddam Hussein was set up to be eliminated.
He didn't want to be involved with the dollar.
He didn't want to be told what to do with his oil. He had gold, but most of all, he had the artifacts. After decades, the news is finally out. And Valerie Plame, the CIA agent that was onto this and was actually explaining that this was bad intel, all of a sudden her name gets leaked, exposing her children, exposing her work. Now come on, people, these aren't rookie mistakes. This was strategically done with an agenda. Saddam Hussein was building a theme park over Babylon. He was bringing the Anunnakis back to life with his huge Babylon theme park. The structure was immense, incredible, and gorgeous. Now ask yourself, why did Bush want to destroy it? It wasn't just bad intel. If it was just bad intel, it would have ended a lot sooner. And if it was just bad intel, why are you in those museums rampaging and taking all of the history and artifacts? To be clear, these are not American property. They should have never put the grubby mitts on them. Putin was right on Bush, and he still is. In the next video, I'm going to tell you how several things that Putin said in his famous last interview have actually been proven to be true, after so many tried to discredit and dismiss it, saying that it was propaganda. But we'll talk about it in the next episode.